Double D is a podcast hosted by two friends who have a lot of opinions. These opinions may or may not be based on the actual facts and should therefore be taken with a grain and or truckload of salt. And although our producers may agree with us, Mel and Pluck are in no way held responsible for our antics.
She fall under the catcher and how you bloom so perfect.
What's up, party people? This is Destiny from the Double D Podcast, a weekly conversation between two friends gabbing about everything from art, politics, music, pop culture, and then some. If you love us, like us, and want to hear more of us, please like, listen, and subscribe, and follow us on all our social media. Thank you. And without much ado, Double D. What did I do this week? I was actually productive. I sold some stuff on Etsy. I'm proud of myself. Hey, self.
Yeah, you did.
Practice shipping. That's always fun. Trying to figure out what, I'm at the store, what size? It's like a pair of earrings, though. Should I have a really big box? Should I make it fun and put a box inside a box inside a box inside a box?
Oh,
and be like,
so it's like a wow situation.
It's like, you know what?
When they open it, yeah.
I'll buy some from her again because it's frustrating. No,
she gets it and it's in a refrigerator box.
Ooh, what are these?
Yeah.
No, those small heart earrings you bought off Etsy. But I want to make it fun. And then I organized my room. I had my hats hanging on the wall going into the ensuite bathroom at the apartment. And
did you say ensuite bathroom?
I watch a lot of Project Brothers and
all right, HGTV, keep going.
You know I like it.
Income Property, go ahead.
Oh, I love that show. Man, I need a basement right now to fix up. But every time my girlfriend, who has the bladder of a small guinea pig, because she always has to pee, she knocks over my hat. So it's just I had to remove them and take them off that wall to put them over. It's a long drawn out process, and I had to switch my side of the bed. Then I clean off the dresser. That no matter how many times I clean it off, she put everything under the sun on the dresser. And I'm like, I don't want a dresser. This is why I don't want a dresser.
I don't have a dresser. I'm pro no dresser.
I didn't have a dresser before I got with her, and now I have a dresser, and I hate it.
Don't let them break you down. No dresser.
It's just accumulation of stuff.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
My organizational and neatliness was a hell of a lot better as a single person. But is not working out as a
Well, because then you're responsible for also organizing two people's worth of stuff while they try to live together in harmony in a dresser that shouldn't be there.
Yeah, I want to throw everything she has on it away. I just want to you know how when people
there's only room for my stuff on your dresser.
Let's make love, and they clear off their desk. That's what I want to do to their dresser every time I come in there. Just swipe it all off. Just
like midday office sex,
yes,
but
just
without the sex
give me all
part.
that shit. I don't need all that. What is this? The sunglasses from various festivals that we've been to. Why do you need those Google sunglasses?
You don't. Don't even take them. Here's a pro tip. When the Google man tries to hand them to you, say, no, thank you. Have a great day. Bye now.
I know. You know how it be when you at Pride. You be like, ooh,
I don't.
I take that. What?
No.
You don't participate in the festivals?
Oh, no, I go. I just don't take their plastic crap. I just, no, thank you. Have a great day.
Bye Pride now. Here in Atlanta has went from, we're in a parking lot, and it's paved to, every corporate sponsor on the fucking planet. So you're like, well, shit, y'all didn't like us all these years. I'm taking everything you got. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that.
I'll take your free stuff.
I take your free
stuff. Get your actual support.
This year Hulu came and I was mad as fuck. I said, you giving out what? Temporary tattoos.
I've been giving you $10 a month for the last 7 years.
Exactly.
I want more than a free temporary tattoo.
Exactly. Can I get a prescription? I mean, not prescription. Lord Jesus.
been prescribed Hulu for my sanity, so I understand.
I know, I do enjoy me some Hulu. But however, I thought it was going to give me like a month free. But no.
To every person that went to Pride?
Well,
was it a spinny wheel?
Yes, there was a spinning wheel. And the spinning wheel had tattoos on it. You know what I'm saying? Here go a unicorn. Ah. Here go a rainbow. Ah.
Yeah.
I don't want that shit.
No, I don't want any
or
of it.
Nike's out there selling t-shirts. How about you give me something, Nike? It's all about free stuff. I don't want you to sell. I can buy stuff in the Nike store. I can go to Linux. I know where that's at. But I ain't even buying stuff from Linux this year. I'm waiting on everything to go on sale at the flea market because Georgia has made the fatal mistake, well, at least Atlanta has, of telling the people we're not going to send the police to the mall for shoplifting anymore. Yeah. It was an article in the AJC that said
why would you say that out loud?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's so weird. Yeah.
A couple years back, they had this thing called the Blue Jean Bandit, and they were racking up and killing the Buckhead Lennox area. They're going to kill it this summer, and I can't wait for all of it to go on sale. So as Metropolitan Flea Market open up or Buford Highway, I'm going out there and I'm racking up.
See, now I get the connection because I was confused that you went from the Lennox Mall where they have valet parking to a flea market. Yeah. And I was like, what is the connection? But now I get it.
Yep.
Now I see the connection.
It's going to be like a nice couple of pop-up booths. You know what I'm saying?
Rented to John Smith, paid for with cash.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't mind going to the ATM before I come in. How was your week?
It was fine. It was great. My best friend's having a baby, and I went to a baby shower.
Oh yeah, you did tell me you were going up to the Virginias.
I went out of town for a baby shower that was simultaneously joyful and so full of love, and also stressful and exhausting.
Do explain, Dill.
Well, I will. You know how you are familiar with your own family's version of crazy?
Yeah. Oh.
But other people's family's version of crazy, you're like, whoa, that's some crazy.
I try to explain it to my girlfriend every time. I was like, your family's different.
It's just that you know your own brand. I can hang out with my family and be like, y'all are crazy, but it's familiar.
And I enjoy it sometimes. It's hilarious.
So I got dropped in the middle of family crazy. There was in-laws and a lot of dogs and a toddler and a pregnant woman and just a lot of things happening. And then I was in the middle of it.
No one can see but me. It's just awesome. It's just
that's
like
me
a
being
fork.
dropped.
It's just one of those. It was like
a reverse
claws.
skill crane.
Yeah.
There wasn't a prize. It was me dropped in the middle of crazy.
That's
so
me
it was
every time I play that game. Drop it. Dang it.
I felt a little bit like a stuffed puppy that almost made it out but then didn't. It was fun. I've known this woman for a long time, and we have had such a great friendship, and it was so great, and her wife is delightful, and their child is so kind and sweet for being a toddler, especially. And so it was a really great time, and their families are lovely. Their friends are lovely, but also I live alone and am single, and I have a lot of alone time. And I
love alone time. That's a Libra thing.
Alone time.
That is not a single thing. I wish I could be alone sometimes.
Oh my God. And so I didn't have really a moment of it at all since last Wednesday. And so at one point we were walking through the grocery store, and I said something about like, gosh, it's exhausting. Mm-hmm. And then her wife was like, but don't you want that? Like, don't you want someone to like live with, and don't you want to be in a relationship? And I was like, no. Like, no, actually, no. I would like to date. I'm full on single. Like, I'm not even dating anyone right now, which is also fine. But sure, I'm interested in dating people, but I don't know that I ever want to live with someone again. I love my me time so much. Like, I want him to come over and hang out for a couple days, and then I want him to go away.
You want to duplex it?
You
want to be a duplex couple?
That's too close too, but like maybe across the street.
Damn, Dylan!
That's true. Like, I can't help that. Like, that's my truth, Destiny.
Okay,
I can't help
I
it.
understand. I literally watched this little clip. You know how Facebook is. They'll put some like little clip in your life. And this lady was saying how her husband agreed to marry her husband if he bought her a house.
For herself or for them to live in together?
For herself. Like, she lives
her own house.
Her own house.
Yeah.
And he lives down the street.
I am in that. I'm into that.
And they have dinner together. She cooks for him and everything. But when it's time to go, it's time to go,
we
Jack.
can even have sleepovers, like for a couple of days. I'm into it. A long weekend. I'm into it, but then gone and get.
Well, damn, Dylan, if
like,
you were
I want to
this would work out.
I want to sit on my couch and eat cold cereal for dinner while I binge watch TV that nobody else enjoys.
Exactly.
You know, like there's like a whole Sex and the City episode where they talk about single behavior, and she likes to read Cosmo while standing up in the kitchen eating saltines one at a time. Like the whole sleeve of saltines, but one at a time.
That I like doing that too. That is very weird.
And that's like the kind of shit that like you can't do if you're married and have a baby and a dog and you know, like.
Why do I stand and eat places? I need to look that up.
I don't know. I think it means something because I also prefer to stand and eat.
Yeah.
I think it's because we've worked retail too long. That's
we're on our feet. You're like, I gotta eat this now.
You just shove something in your mouth while you run. Yeah. That's my theory. Yeah. Yeah. So
pretty much. What is that? A piece of quesadilla? Give it to me.
Yeah. So it was I had an enlightening week. I learned things about myself. I learned things about other people.
Various revelations.
You know? Yeah. Yeah. It was also interesting, right? So I went for the baby shower, and it got me thinking about things like when you throw parties that you want to throw, but then they turn into things that aren't fun anymore. And I was remembering this time that I had a birthday brunch, which seemed like a great idea. For myself, like I threw myself a birthday brunch for my friends at my house where I was preparing the food because that's what I like to do.
I do that.
Then it's not fun because then you're stressed out because you got to clean your whole house and you got a bunch of people coming and you're making all the food and you want it to be perfect and you got to find seating for more than 4 people, which is really the amount of space that I have. And there was more than 4 people coming. And so then I'm like, oh, can I borrow tables and chairs? Can I borrow? So it's like I'm running around, right? Because I wanted to do this. But now I'm not even having fun at my fun thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, so many things are like that. I started thinking about like when people just get married at the courthouse. And then everybody's like, you're not having a wedding? Don't you want to have a wedding? And it's like, no. Have you ever known a bride? They're not having fun. They are stressed. They're like freaking out about everything because everything's got to be perfect because now your special thing is no longer about you.
Yeah.
It's about everyone else and it's about the pictures and it's about the this and the that and the aunts and the uncles and the cousins you were obligated to invite. Oh my God, why do we do that to ourselves? That's what I thought like all day today at the airport. I was like, why do we do that?
Funny enough, you mentioned weddings. I've never actually imagined like myself in a wedding, like being like a
your
bride.
Own or like standing in with someone.
My own. Like I always imagine my reception. My reception's gonna be the shit. You hear
That's
me?
what I'm saying. I think like courthouse wedding is the way to go, and then you just have a big party. That's the fun.
Yes, that's all I
Keep
care
the
about.
fun
My
fun.
Reception. We gonna do the electric slide. No.
Right.
Yeah,
Booze, food, friends, music.
I don't really care about a wedding. I just care about the party.
Let someone else plan
but
it, for God's
I do
sake.
dress nice because I'm fly.
Right.
That's
Dress
about
up
it.
and have a party.
That's pretty much all I care about.
But don't throw your own wedding. That's also what I'm saying.
No. I have
like
far too
get
many
someone that you trust.
yeah.
Have them know what you want, what matters to you. Because then also what's going to happen, here's what's going to happen. Someone's going to make it about them, and it's not about them. Because then, like, your mom or your aunt or somebody, and I'm saying women because that's how it usually goes with weddings.
It's going to be my mom. It's going to be her wedding reception.
Exactly.
Like when I went to prom, I had tips and blue eyeshadow on. And I was like, what is happening? This is not my...
Don't let them take your fun and make it about them. I don't know what the
to
key is to that, but, like, I think you should elope and have a elope party. And don't tell anyone you're related to.
I'm marrying out of the country and I'm having a party. I'm not courthouse marrying because that's kind of lame. No offense to all my courthouse marrying folk. However, if I'm going to do it and y'all ain't coming, I'm going to go somewhere fun. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, and that's cool too. And then way to not expect other people to buy plane tickets and hotel rooms to get to your abroad wedding.
If it's a courthouse, you got to remember, I'm in Atlanta. Majority of my family is from Alabama. And then I got Ohio. So that people will still drive to see me at this courthouse. I don't trust that. I'm going to get married far away. I don't trust it.
You're like, no, we're crossing a border and no one's going to know about it.
Once I say I need a witness, you know how you need a witness, and then somebody.
Oh, you do need a witness.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And let the witness not be my mama. That's a stab in the jugular. That mama
yes.
gonna tell my aunt. Gonna tell me, and that's. Yep.
See, you know what? No one gets mad at you about if you don't invite them to watch Netflix with you and your cat. So, hashtag living the dream.
Hey, you know I lived that dream for 6 whole years. You know, I was faithful to it. I mean, I didn't have the cat, but I was Netflixing and chilling by myself. You dig it?
I do dig it.
I Netflix and chill differently, ladies. I sit at home and watch TV.
That was almost not a saying by the time I understood what it meant. That's how cool I am. I know.
I'm not as... We're not the same age because I tell people all the time. However, because you're old. However, look at your little finger.
I just pushed up my glasses, but just happened to use my middle finger. That's all.
Oh, okay. You can't see with that old age. That's all
right. Just a twitch I have.
Isn't that a nervous tick?
It's my bursitis acting up.
But even though I am younger than you tremendously, I still don't know all the young sayings. So when Netflix and chill came about, I was like, so y'all just sitting at home watching TV? Right. That's lame. That is the cheapest date ever, girl. He don't take you nowhere.
Do you order food?
No, he trying to smash. I was like, oh, well, that's just even cheaper. At least make him take you somewhere first. But maybe my standards are too high.
No. I'm sure that's not. No. Expect a lot. You deserve it.
Oh, look at that. That's good.
Yeah.
A little moment. That reminds me of like when that little check comes across TV, like the more you know moment, like doop doop.
That's what I'm here for.
Your
Feel good PSAs.
Like a little check mark, like da da. And your little smiley face, like yes.
Little starburst.
We got that galaxy love, galaxy love, galaxy love. Shooting past the stars now. Don't know where we are now. Trying to find a
The Soapbox. In this segment, we will each talk about something that has us fired up, really fired up about this week or the week to come, or the previous week, or next week, next month. All right, did you look at the news recently? Have you watched all the awesomeness that is happening? I feel like this is very, great for you as you're all positive of the kids.
It is up my alley so hard.
The March for Our Lives, which
yes,
I feel like this is where I have that moment where I'm kind of like you, Dylan.
It made you feel hopeful, didn't it?
It did, but however, our president's too fucking stupid.
Yo, that bitch was in Mar-a-Lago playing golf.
Of course, he's playing golf every time some shit happens.
Listen,
Dylan.
Let me tell you. I correct. Let's don't even let him be a part of this conversation.
Well, I mean, he
doesn't deserve it because there was magic happening.
Yeah, there was magic happening, but I will talk about him later. Don't let him stray too far from your thoughts because he will be on the tip of the tongue very shortly.
I was starting to get pissy about it, and then I was like, nope, don't let him ruin this moment.
I know. I also, you know me, I'm a celebrity stalker of sorts. So I love how everyone was actively participating in this march. Like literally there were numerous celebrities. Even Kim Ye came down from their mountain of like pleasantness and stepped down. Even though no one peeped it, at least I peeped it. There was 2 security guards on both sides of Kim.
Yeah.
At the march. But I love that they all participated. I wish that people would participate in this march as they have in other marches of past. But I'm not going to steal shine from this march to hop on that soapbox in particular.
But
however, like our lovely girl Naomi, who
yes,
her little 11-year-old self stole my heart. She said that she was marching for the kids of color, who people always forget about when these things happen.
Yes.
You're not marching for one group of people lives in a small little community box. You should be marching for all lives, including the black lives. But don't nobody, you know how that is. As soon as we get outside with, being black, you get arrested. But whatever. I felt like I love the kids though. I love the fact that there was so many kids out there. There's so many parents out there. There's participants. Yeah. I loved all the signs. The signs were awesome.
People really bring their A games.
I know. I feel like I don't think I would be as clever with my March sign.
Mine
would like just suck it, Trump, and that would be it for mine. I guess that would be my message.
People want to shit on like the sort of Twitter generation, but I almost feel like the 140 character, like this sort of era of
this is true. They make
short,
good signs
sweet,
like that.
Sassy, is really bringing it when it comes to protest signs. I think that this is based on nothing. Like I have no foundation or proof, but if you look at who has the best signs.
They're the younger, yeah.
They're the younger people.
Yes.
And I think it's because that's how they communicate.
You're right.
And they get their damn point across. And they're not mincing words.
Some of those signs, I was dying. But I like the fact that, like I said, okay, one of the shows that I'm completely obsessed with, and it's one of my guilty pleasure shows. It's a show that, most people would probably consider like, why are you watching that? But I love it. It's called Claws. And it's on, I think it's USA, and it stars Niecy Nash.
Claws like that belong to a cat, or claws like Santa, or
claws
like there's a clause in this
they
contract.
Would call it like a female's long fingernails, claws.
Okay, got it. Yep.
And it stars Niecy Nash. And I hate you right now because Claus, like Santa Claus. I should just
those are all valid questions. Thank you very much.
But one of it wasn't a funny sign, but it was a straight to the point sign, and it hit close to home, at least with me, and I was like, damn.
What did it say?
Guns have more rights than my vagina.
Right.
And I was like, well, shit, that's sweet to the point right there.
Right.
It does.
And they've got more rights than a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
More rights than
right. Though, do you feel like this march, more so than other recent political actions, did a better job of being, diverse and sort of inclusive, and there was a lot more intersectionality and voices? The stage was given to people.
You can't. Everyone has a child.
I know. Not everyone.
Not all smart people. However,
bring it back around.
most people have children or know people who have children, so it just touches.
Or we were someone's child.
Yeah, or were someone's child.
Correct.
So it touches so many bases.
Yes.
It's like gay people have children. Not gay people. God. Lesbian couples.
We do.
I mean, we do. But I feel like I said it weird. Like gay people have children too. Like
but it overlaps.
They can yes, they have
safety.
children too.
Safety of children is
everyone's concern. Basically,
correct.
You have to be a monster to not care about children's concerns. Even I, who don't want children, care about children's concerns. Right. I have a lovely goddaughter, and I wish a ninja would. I wish a ninja would. There's one 5-year-old who everybody got a gun for. Run up.
That I think is there were a lot. So I did just spend a week a little bit disconnected, but I tried to catch up today. But one of the things that I know it's hard to be up on current events when and I'm going to play a small poor me fiddle in a moment because I was like a stone's throw from the march and I didn't go to it. And so I'll feel bad about that for a long time, except that sometimes you got to choose things. And I chose my personal relationship over whatever. I was acting locally, not globally or something. I don't fucking know. But it was basically like, yes, this school is affluent and most of the folks who have been the sort of poster kids for this movement have been white kids, but thank you to them for like continuing to make the effort to use their privilege. Because that's the thing, right? I mean, I'm white. I can't do anything about being white. And I recognize that certain things are easier for me because of that. But if nothing else, the least I can do is use that privilege for the betterment of people.
Most people just want to have the conversation.
Right.
Or just the acknowledgement of.
Yep.
It hurts so many people when people don't have the conversation or just say, hey, you're right. Or,
and
hey,
just providing that space.
Just saying you're right or providing the space to talk about it.
Yeah.
Goes leaps and bounds that people don't even understand. But because when people automatically is like, that doesn't exist and quickly shut it down, that's why we're still where we are.
Well, and the assumption that anyone other than the person sharing their truth gets to dictate whether that is true or not. Because you can't... I don't get to say what your legitimate experiences are. You're telling me this is your experience. My only response is... Thank you for sharing your experience.
I understand.
So the presumption that people get to say, like, to disagree with someone's personal experience is ludicrous. And we've got to stop doing that.
Now,
yes.
Can we take a moment to talk about little bitty Naomi and just let her shine?
Please.
That little girl. I don't think I was so, like, poised and eloquent at 11. Like, I was still flopping around trying to figure out whether or not I like which Backstreet Boy or NSYNC member. Like, I was just still trying to figure out stuff. Or more so immature. Yeah, it's a good group.
Yeah, no, she's amazing. Yeah, she is awesome. And like, she seemed really calm. Like I spoke at a county commission meeting when I was about 9 in front of like 20 people, and my voice was shaking and I was sweating, and she was on international television in front of like 800,000 people in front of her. Yeah. And she was just like, and here's another thing that I will say calmly, because I do this all the time. Like, it literally was like she spoke in front of hundreds of thousands of people all the time. It was amazing.
I am 33, and I literally have to pee every time I talk in front of people. Like, it's literally like, give me 5 more minutes to go pee real fast.
I don't want to go around in a circle of 6 people and introduce my name.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, hello, because I always, for me, it's like, I'm always either really nervous or I'm just going to be a part of the show. It's all right, I'm on.
I'm immobilized by fear, or I'm going to be the star of this.
Pretty much. It's like, it's either on or off with my ass. It's like, all right, we gonna do this? Okay. I'm gonna practice my shit. My shit. What you gonna say, Destiny? What you gonna say? Bam! I'm Destiny. I like long walks on the beach. Something weird.
So I just watched the speech with sound on just today, but I had read the transcript. But what was cool was when I sat down to watch the video of it, I was on Google and I typed in A. That was all, right? She's the first thing that came up.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That kid is awesome.
Dude.
I believe the children are our future.
Teach them well and
let them lead the way.
Show them all.
If nothing else, get out the way and let them lead is how that song should go.
Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the no.
I was like, I'm not going to interrupt this moment. I will break out a lighter.
Sexual chocolate.
A light.
Sexual chocolate.
It was great. Yeah.
Speaking of teaching the children and leading the way, I just got an update on my phone, which is fairly sad, and I don't know if you got it yet. But Linda Brown, a.k.a. Brown versus the Board of Education, just passed.
Oh.
Yeah. She's the reason why I was able to go to my lovely, partially Caucasian elementary school in Birmingham, Alabama, and learn all the partially Caucasian things that I know today.
I didn't get that update. How old was she?
75.
Wow.
Can you imagine? Like, you're kindergarten and you're going to...
She's seen some things.
Yes.
Did she passed away today?
Mm-hmm. Just now. Popped up on the good old CNN.
Kind of amazing that she lived to see this weekend.
Right.
And see those kids.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's a good way to go. Like, knowing that, hey...
Right, she was like, okay, my work here is done.
The next step has started, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know, that's interesting because I was having a discussion with someone about political activism, and she and these kids sort of thrust into it involuntarily. Mm-hmm. You know, like, they weren't trying to be political activists. They're just trying to live their lives in the right way for the, you know.
Yeah.
And it made me think of something Angela Davis said when someone asked her about avoiding burnout as an activist. Mm-hmm. And she said that the first thing she tries to do is remember that it's not about seeing the results of your work in your lifetime. Like, her goal is to just move it just forward enough to create the space for the next people. So she doesn't need to see the results of her actions in her lifetime, as long as what it does is create the space so that someone can continue the work. And that's amazing. And that's kind of exactly what happened there, you know? Yeah.
Step by step.
Silver lining.
Hey, every little bit. It's just that one hopeful moment I'll give you. I'll let you have this one.
You know, I'll take them.
Speaking of moments, I'm a big fan of Killer Mike, and I love Killer Mike and all the things that he does in Atlanta.
Yes.
And or just in his political activism worldwide, because he's trying to spread the love all over. He recently did a interview with the NRA and was talking to them about black gun ownership and et cetera. And which as you know, I believe in gun ownership to a certain extent. However, like him, he was talking about black gun ownership and having guns to a certain extent, and but the NRA just so happenedly released it during the march, or like around the time of the march.
That was a real load of bullshit.
You know it was.
You know damn well that was not on accident.
Yeah. So he took to his Instagram to
actively
say, hey, this is, I'm for you, I'm with you, I will be there, I'm there in spirit, but it's you can do two things, and I think that's what a lot of times people forget is that you can be for one thing and for another all at the same time.
Yeah, correct.
So I hate that they're trying to.
I liked the way that he said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, again, that man, I love me some Killer Mike. That's a big brown man that I love.
I thought it was interesting, and I wanted to I want to dig a little deeper. I watched his video replies to that
on the Instagrams.
But he didn't really address the comment that he made though, which about his kids, and if they participated in the walkout, then they could walk out of his house.
Oh, well, damn. That's a bit aggressive.
Which and so I haven't watched the NRA video.
Yeah, I haven't watched it fully myself. I only watched certain clips.
So, it was a quote that was attached to the article I was reading about him. And so, but it was in quotes, which makes me think he did say it, but also was the source the NRA. And so now I have to question the validity of that, you know. It is. So
it's
I need to go back and see it.
Cover the National Enquirer while you in line at the checkout. Like,
exactly.
Did Oprah really do that with Gail? Let me Google that real fast. You look it up.
It's interesting and it's good for me because I like it when people that I most of the time agree wholeheartedly with and very much respect. I like when I disagree with them.
This is
because it's important, I think, for me to remember that I don't have to agree with everyone to still know that they are also right. You know. We don't all have to agree all the time.
Just to know
to
that we're not
still have a valid point. Yeah,
we're on the same side still. Mm-hmm. Even though we have
reach across the aisle.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't even need a car where we going, baby. Hop up in the rocket and to go.
I miss Obama. I know it's just so random.
No, it's not.
But he was trying to reach across the aisle. And y'all wouldn't let him because he was a milky lotto. So wrong.
Can I tell you something exciting that happened to me not that long ago? Which was
did you meet Obama and didn't tell me?
That would be the first thing I said to every person that I would just walk around with a bullhorn. I wouldn't even need to know you.
I would take a picture of it, put it on a shirt, wear that shirt every day.
I'd make hundreds of copies of that shirt and make other people wear that shirt.
That'd be my Christmas card every year. You gonna take another picture? No.
No, but I was living in DC during the first inauguration, and they issued the Metro cards. The inaugural Metro cards with his photograph, and it was awesome. Mm-hmm. And I had just been really sad because I couldn't find mine, and my plan was to keep it forever because it is valued in my soul. Yeah. And I found it the other day, and I was so excited. And I was like, and then today when I rode the Metro to get to the airport, I went, oh, I should have brought my Metro card with the Obama inauguration on it. Why didn't I think ahead? I could have reused it during Trump's administration and been like, eat a bag of dicks, 45.
I know that'd be like the coolest thing to be able to mail him. I know you can't mail him shit right now, but man, if we could, I'm sure everybody in America would be just mailing him bags of dicks. Just mailing bags of dicks. With his little hands just eating bags of dicks just coming at him.
If we mailed him the gummy ones, he would enjoy it too much because, he eats too much candy.
I know.
I don't want to bring him joy.
I know. I don't know where I was one day, and they was talking about his diet and what he eats a day, and I was like, the fuck? How are you still alive?
I watched a BuzzFeed video about that, and they fed these two BuzzFeed employees.
Oh, I saw that. That's what it was.
They were both like, BuzzFeed I can't do it anymore.
They be doing some shit. BuzzFeed is a clickbait ass thing. What's that? You be watching them try shit. Watching grandmas get high videos. You be like,
5-year-olds eat Korean breakfast. I was like, I will watch that.
I will. I love when those kids eat food. Those kids eating food are hilarious. He's like, what is this? Not eating that.
Yep.
Not eating that. And I'm like, well, you never had my grandma because that wasn't an option. Not eating that. Frankie made you stay. You was gonna stay there. Eat that. There was a lot of stuff I shouldn't have ate growing up. But I had to stay.
What did she make you eat that you shouldn't have eaten?
Just all sorts of just like, why, Grandma? Why? You ever had a pig
like
foot?
when they arbitrarily force you to eat something that's not like a Brussels sprout or like
Yes.
something healthy. It's not, you're like, you will finish those Cocoa Pebbles.
No.
No.
Not even that. It's like, I made neck bones for dinner. You eating neck bones. You like, I don't like neck bones. What is a neck bone? I need an explanation on this.
I need an explanation on it. What animal's neck is it?
I believe it's a cow or it's a cow. I think it's a cow. It's like
A cow neck?
Yes.
It's like feet long.
Dude. I'm don't ask me. Okay, see, you're gonna fuck up my black card. Cause I don't know what it God damn it. Now my black friends gonna be listening to this like, you don't know what part of what is a neck bone, Destiny?
Destiny's like, I'm gonna need you to edit this part out.
I don't know what a neck bone is. I'm so sorry. I also can't play spades. I'm so sorry. My black card is in jeopardy. I'm just gonna have to go outside and buy a dashiki right now to get my life together. Oh. I'm gonna go to the West End and get a bean pie. I swear to God.
Oh, I'm sorry, I love you.
Oh man, you fucking up my life. But I don't know what a neck bone. I think
It's fine. How
I'm
did
gonna
she
have to
serve them?
Google it.
Will you tell me more about it?
Anywho, it was either stewed or my mom and my grandma came up with this random ass recipe of neck bones and spaghetti. Right? Does that sound delicious? No, it don't. No, it
But
don't.
I'd try it. I'm not gonna lie, because I'll eat anything 3 times.
No. No.
The
Okay.
first time is like, what? And then the second time you already kind of know what to expect. And then by the third time you're really familiar with what is going on, and that's when your taste buds are for sure that they like it or don't like it.
All right,
That's my
Dylan.
theory.
There's pork and beef neck bone, so I'm not sure which. Okay, so
All right.
ha. I still have some of my black card. I'm sure though, because I'm from the South, it was probably pork though. I'm gonna be honest with you. But it's just basically the whatever the bone is, it has the meat and juices and stuff in it.
Yep.
So I guess you stew it down and you eat that.
It
And
doesn't sound gross to me. I got to be honest. I eat bone marrow. I like.
Yeah, no, none of that stuff sounds appealing
Yeah.
to me.
Oxtail.
Yeah, no. That's another thing my family eats that I don't eat.
I like it.
That was one of those things that I would have to sit there and she's like, I made oxtails and rice. You gonna eat this? And I'd be like,
I was just gonna say over rice.
no.
I'm gonna go eat dinner at your grandma's house.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to go to the other side to get it. Take it to on the other side.
Damn. Make me feel real much like an asshole, why don't you?
Oh, I mean, my mama make you some too.
All right, that's good
enjoy
too,
that
then.
too. She makes chitterlings, which are also disgusting. Another black thing.
I mean,
that
again,
did
I'll
not
try
eat.
it 3 times, but I am a little nervous about them. But all right.
You know what they are?
Yeah.
Okay, you should be real nervous about that.
Yeah.
I still hold down that I have not
You've
tried
never
a
even
chitterling.
tried it?
No.
But then how do you know?
You know what it is?
So are you knocking it before you tried it?
I knock a lot of shit before I tried it. That's why I don't eat the stuff. I ain't had a neck bone to this day. I ain't
You
tried
just sat there until they went to bed and you're like,
pretty
aha, I
much.
won
I'm not
again.
eating this. Not eat it. I ain't had no chitterlings. No pig feet.
Yeah,
No
try all
hog
of them.
malts.
Yeah,
none of it.
is that like a cheek?
I think that is a cheek or the jowl or something along
Yeah,
that
yeah.
area. But yes, I hold strong to I eat chicken breast.
Boneless, skinless.
I do like it boneless.
God damn it.
I like
I'm
chicken
talking about
wings.
points on a card. Keep talking. The boneless, skinless chicken breast. That's on you. I didn't bring that shit up.
My diet is
You
very
drink it. You
basic,
eat it with a
okay?
pumpkin spice latte while wearing Uggs. Go ahead.
First of all, I don't like pumpkin, but Uggs are fucking comfortable. Have you ever tried on some Uggs?
Nah. I have hot feet.
Oh, see, that's where you're wrong. I had a pair of Ugg slippers, and at first I thought they were going to be hot, but that sheep wool on the inside of that is
No.
very I don't know what it does, but it's very comfortable. Aerodynamic or
I'll
whatever.
try a chitterling, but I will not try a Ugg. Sorry.
We got different priorities. Real different priorities. You disgust me. Guess I got to give you part of my black card then. Because I ain't trying no chitterling. I refuse. Rebuke it, Satan. Who did what? In this segment, I will tell you about all the people that I find amazing, ridiculous, awful, and the people that I have basically stalked for this week.
Bring it back around.
All right. It's been in the news for a while about Stormy and the porn star that he had sex with.
Stormy Daniels.
Yeah.
The best name ever.
I know, and I've seen a couple of her films. Again, I still prefer Jenna Jameson, but whatever. You don't have a preference?
I haven't seen any Stormy Daniel films. I mean, I don't have anything against Jenna Jameson. She's fine.
I mean, they were both.
I've never seen her movies
Yeah.
either. I don't watch a lot of porn with ladies in it.
Understand?
It's all right. Go ahead. Keep going.
I can dig it. That reminds me of another story where I found out someone. Yeah.
Nope.
Anyway.
45. Keep going.
45. The interview came out. She was on 60 Minutes.
Oh. Did you watch it?
I watched part of it with Anderson Cooper.
Yes.
Which is awesome. I just love all things Anderson Cooper sometimes, and then sometimes he annoys the shit out of me. It's a give or take with Anderson Cooper. It's like a love-hate relationship that I have with him by myself. But the interview went on, and she was talking about how, you know, she was not being paid for this, which one of her funny quotes to me was, "I'm not being paid for this. I actually have to pay $1 million for doing this, and you didn't even buy me breakfast." And I was like, "Damn, Anderson, you couldn't even buy that girl breakfast."
There wasn't even a continental breakfast when she got there.
And
Come
I was
on.
like, "Damn, y'all ain't had no coffee out of nothing for her. She couldn't get a croissant,
Yogurt parfait.
not a cheese Danish, not nothing."
Rude.
And she got to pay $1 million to talk to you. But no, I watched a part of it. One of the things she tried to make sure is that everyone knew that she was not a part of the Me Too movement, even though she didn't want to have sex with him. But basically she just said she did it because she was in the room with him and she didn't want to be put in a position to say that, why did you go up there with him if you didn't want to have sex with him? So she had sex with him anyway. Even though I feel like that's like, hey, I don't want to have sex with you. You could have just said, I don't want to have sex with you, and that, you know. But whatever.
There's always a valid time to say I don't want to have sex with you.
Pretty much.
Regardless
It
of
could be
where
out
you
in his
are,
hand, and you
what-
can say, no.
Correct.
The devil.
Yeah.
I don't want to have sex with you.
Yeah.
But, and then she was talking about how he didn't even use protection. I'm like, dude, you.
Gross.
Yes, that's nasty.
Gross.
First and
I would
foremost.
get a TVR. Total vagina replacement.
Oh, I hate your
Gross.
stinking guts. But then she was talking about like how he was using that to try to get her on Celebrity Apprentice. Like
as a I'll
she
have
went up
set
there
like as a benefit or as a
Yes.
con.
as a benefit.
Like we can have sex together if you get on Apprentice.
You keep having sex
Or
with me.
if you don't come on my show, I'm gonna keep having sex with you.
Well, I'm
just asking.
I've only seen Celebrity Apprentice a couple times, and
Was she on it?
No, she was not on it.
Yeah.
Because the second time she met him, she didn't have sex with him, even though he wanted to. Like he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna come up to my room. We'll talk about you being on the show." And then she got up there. They start hanging out or whatever, and he start rubbing on her legs. Exactly. And then she was like, "Hey, what's happening with the show?" And he's like, "Well, I'll know about it next week." And she was like, "Well, all right, I'm about to go." And then the next month he called her, was like, "Nah, you ain't getting on the show."
Yeah.
So, you know how that goes.
So, are there I understand people want to know, so I get why there's the interview, but are there ramifications for
Well, the thing is,
cheating on your wife with a porn star?
this is what they're trying to get it out of, is they're trying to say that when they paid her 11 days before the election, paid her, I think, $130,000. They're trying to say that money came from his lawyer through him by way of possibly his campaign. So, they're trying to make it that way.
Okay.
So I don't know. They haven't been able to get anything to stick on his slippery ass just yet.
Yeah.
He is, I swear to God, he like that I'm rubber, you're glue type shit. Because every time he's like, boop, over here, boop, over here. Every time. Every time.
Interesting. Doesn't that seem odd? Well, I was going to say stupid, but what it actually seems is really fucking entitled, which makes sense. I was going to say, doesn't that seem stupid to use campaign funds to pay off someone so they don't, but really all it seems is someone who has never been in trouble for anything because they always get away with whatever the fuck they do. So of course you would think that it was fine. So I take, you know what? Never mind.
We're still in the midst of trying to figure out if the election was rigged. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're in an episode of Scandal that won't fucking end.
It's not as entertaining, turns out, in real life.
It is not. Me and my girlfriend talked about, next time we travel, out of the country, try to get passport covers because you don't really want people from all around seeing where you're from. Is that fucked up?
Oh, it is.
I don't want nobody to know
awful.
I'm American. Am on.
Yeah.
It's...
just yeah.
Be cool. Be quiet.
You're like, how's your British accent? Can you sound British?
Pip. Cheerio. I'm not that good.
Yeah.
But I can play monk real good.
Yeah.
Tibetan monk.
Taking a vow of
just
silence.
What is she? Quiet? Mm-mm. Yeah, that's
Get some robes and sandals. Call it a day.
I do like a good sandal. I'm wearing sandals now and it's cold. I love my Adidas slides. I was just talking about it the other day. I was like, these things are just wonderful. I was on my feet all day the other day and I put on my Adidas slides and my life has changed tremendously. Oh, wonderful. I love my
Man,
slides.
if we were more popular, you could get some free shoes out of that.
Man, right?
You should tweet Adidas.
Girl, I don't tweet it.
I started tweeting. I mean, I don't tweet. I have a tweeter so I can follow people, but I don't put anything out there right now.
Probably get a Twitter so I can follow people because
You should.
That's where all the news is on the Twitters.
Yeah, and all the awesome, cool activist kids. That's their.
I'm the old
platform
parent. I'm
of
on the old
preference.
parent on the Facebook. Like,
I know.
let me see all that stuff right there. Clickety, clickety. What I do? That left click or right click? How do I get to it?
I
So-
said something about left click. I was like, you have to right click on it. And somebody went, I have a Mac. And I was like, I do too, but I still know what a fucking right click is. Have you ever used a not Mac? Like, I was like, okay. Just right click it. And they were like, I was like, two click it. Use a 2-finger click.
You know, my job is technologically advanced, in advance.
Yeah.
And, like, you know.
Your intranet? Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And so I don't have a Mac. So I'm like, I don't have anything. Actually, I have my phone.
Yeah.
And I make do with that. So that's why I'm so, like, confused about life. Every time somebody try to explain shit to me, I'll be like, what? What does that do? You got the what? On your computers? They do that on computers now? Well, damn.
You just sound like Alma who needs to turn up her battery.
Exactly. That's how I feel when people be talking to me about computers. And I'd be like, computers?
You're like, I don't know. Can I do it on my phone? I don't know.
Yeah. Because I was talking to my girlfriend the other day, and I was like, I need to get me a desktop. She like, a desktop? I said, yes. I like computers to sit on my desk, not on my lap. I said, oh, my God, I'm so fucking old in this moment. But I like my desktop. I like a good old mouse. Something I can move separately. Just a mouse. I don't like moving my fingers. I feel
You got a rotary phone at home?
it brings back memories. Ring it around. Ring it around. Ring it around. You had to call somebody with a purpose back then.
This is an investment in time.
Exactly.
I gotta really.
Exactly. There was no missed dials back then. Because you would fucked up if you did. You like, hold on. Did I hit? God damn it. Start over again. Ring it around. Ring it around.
All right, Alma.
Whatever. I don't need your judgment.
What you got going next week, D Streets?
I'm actually gonna do this pop-up. I found this thing called Village Market Atlanta,
Yeah.
and it's a woman started, or so let's say found it, and it's like a little collective. They do like weekly markets, and they do weekend pop-ups here and there.
That's really cool.
And it's like a flea market type deal, and I'm gonna do that. And
Awesome.
sell some crap on this weekend.
Is it always in the same place? Like, do they have a space, or is the pop up like? Are they mobile? Do you know?
It's mobile. Sometimes it's in East Atlanta Village. This particular time, it's over off Metropolitan at this like fitness studio. Like I guess like literally the fitness class happens.
Yeah.
Usually around like 6 a.m. You know how they do like those weekend things because it's on Saturday. And then the market is at 8. So literally I'm catching all the sweaty people as they come out.
Nice.
So come on over here with your sweaty self and buy some stuff.
They'll be all hopped up on their endorphins.
Like, look at this. You look good. In this jewelry. Put it on. So that's what I'm hoping for.
I love that. That's exciting. Awesome. Oh, I can't wait to hear how it goes.
Yeah, and
That's
I'm
real
also gonna,
exciting.
do some more celebrity stalking, deep, because I've been I've gone back on Cardi B's Instagram a great deal, and I have not seen any new photos. I'm starting to get real suspicious. So I guess when I decide to join this Twitter, I'm gonna go deep in Cardi B offsetness and figure out to the bottom of this whether or not she is having a baby or not. I can't take this no more.
I need to know. I'm
You
barely
need to know.
sleeping at night, Destiny. I need you to tell me.
I know. I don't understand. Okay. Less about me, more about you. What's happening with you?
My next week. God, I wish what I was doing was coming to Atlanta and going to your pop up and hanging out. That sounds so good.
I I didn't think about it from a lesbian aspect. I didn't think about hot. Oh, good deal. Good thoughts, Destiny. Sweaty workout women coming towards me. Boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom.
I love that just like...
I know, it just like popped
You're
in my
like,
mind.
oh, good Lord.
Yes! This is every 8th grade dream happening now. Yes. Sorry.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
You lived your life.
I'm working on, it's not like exciting stuff. It's like, I have a meeting with my CPA and, trying to get... What now?
Professional.
Yeah. Don't be fooled. Trying to get quotes still on decals and things like that. Catching up on work stuff because I was out of town. And then on Easter, I'm going to have I'm going to go to a barbecue hangout at a friend's house. And probably chase some kids around the yard and hang out and have fun.
You know what I like?
Because Easter is on April Fool's Day this year.
I know, which is really weird.
I know. I want to know how come it moves. And I'm gonna research it, and we're gonna talk about it on Monday next week.
Because that I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's on my list. I already wrote it down.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you all about how come Easter rotates.
Okay. That's random.
I know, but I wonder it every year. So I might as well look it up.
You know what holiday's still the same every year?
Your birthday?
That is a very important holiday that's still the same, and you're good for knowing that. Look at that. But my favorite holiday that stays the same every year.
Cinco de Mayo.
That too.
Oh.
Same every year.
It's true.
Both are the same. You know why? Because the name is in the
It's
in there. You can't change
all the
that
best
shit.
holidays.
You can't change that shit. Cinco de Mayo, 5th May. How you gonna fuck that up? 4/20. On 4/20. You can't fuck that up.
And you can't change it.
So, now, once you figure out why Easter changed, maybe we can figure out how to stop it from changing. Because they fucked up one of my favorite holidays. Because now is the day that he risen. And I was like, oh, okay.
I love you. No. Talking to you is such a joy. I was so tired and spent and insane feeling that I got a 40-ounce chocolate milkshake. And maybe it's the milkshake, but I think it's you. I feel so much better.
That is why I am here.
No.
Little drop of sunshine. Or as some people call me, chocolate drop. Don't lick me, though. All right, that's our show for this week, guys. Thanks so much for joining us. As always, I've had a blast with you all, and I hope you had fun. If we made you laugh, please consider subscribing to our lovely podcast and keep up with our shenanigans. We appreciate your support and feel #blessed and then some. You hear me? Blessed. You can follow us both on This Is Double D on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And you can follow my dude Dylan at the Tally Panhandle on her Instagram. And you can follow me, d.schreeder_designs on Instagram. And make sure you follow our producers at Metal and Pluck on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All right, see you guys next week.
Find a galaxy look so high up in the sky.
Hey everybody, this is Dylan from the Double D Podcast. Just wanted to let you know that if you enjoyed the music in this week's episode, check out King Clew's album Godspeed. It's available everywhere that you stream and purchase your music. The song from this week's episode was Galaxy Love.